So this is part two of, what all this is flying around. All this stuff is flying around. Again, we need to acknowledge that this is all yucky. But what can we learn in the midst of it? What can we change? What can we rebuild? You know, and this is going to get a little woo woo. I'm going to be very blunt. We're dealing with a person and with people who supported that person, who are partnering with a destroyer, destroying energy. They're partnering with that. Now I could get all biblical on you if I wanted to and say, kill, still, destroy, those kinds of things. That's a Bible thing. The enemies come to kill, steal, and destroy, 'Cause a lot of us have grown up around biblical stuff, so we know these things. And that's not where I'm wanting to go with this. What I'm going to say is when we partner with certain energies, certain things happen. And when we have leadership that partners with certain energies are going to happen with us. And it's not fun. But in that, we also have opportunities to say, okay, how do we navigate this? How do we how do we work together to rebuild? You see, when I was watching this video on Black Roots, Black Lives Matter grassroots, Black Lives Matter, what happened is Black Lives Matter took over from Black Lives Matter grassroots, and they are now rebuilding from people who took from them. But they said this is too important that we are not going to let these people who have had bad intentions, who are going to hurt their own kind and use a system to hurt their own kind. We're going to do what we can to continue the grassroots of this. We're going to do what we can to change and create change and show what's really going on and show that we matter. Our lives matter. And this racism and this harming us unjustly is not okay. And we're going to continue the work of it. And they have. They didn't stop and they had to rebuild. And sometimes in life, and we've got to give them credit, that has got to be hard. And there were apparently rumors spread around one of them around some things that happened that weren't accurate. It's really hard when someone's spreading lies about you. It's really hard. Because people sometimes like to believe the lies than they want to believe the truth. And so some of these people have tried really hard, and she's worked really hard. One of the, some of the people involved in that. And we have got to give them credit because that is a hard place to be. But if they can do it, so can we. So can we. And they took it they've kind of kept it underground in some ways. We can rebuild. We can work together to rebuild. And we can build something even better. We can rebuild something even better. You see, diversity matters. However, it matters from also an intersectionality viewpoint. We haven't been looking at intersectionality. Most of us have to choose. If I go to work, I have to choose, what do I get to be in that place? Do I get to have my disability or not? Because once I pull that disability card, I am seen completely different. And they no longer see me as a woman. it goes, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be awesome to be able to have all of our parts and have that intersectionality piece and be whole and be able to say, I am Nicole, has Jewish heritage, a woman with a unique ability, a different capability, a different way of doing things. And I have an amazing employment where they see my unique ability and they work with me because we partner with each other, because they know with me, they make money and they want my well-being because my well-being helps them. And them helping me helps me. And they understand we're in a partnership. Imagine that. And that's where we need to be going. Imagine being able to say your full identity and being able to say, I work in an environment where my management, the owners, we all see each other as partners. Because in reality, you are. You're either a healthy partnership or a dysfunctional partnership. You know what a dysfunctional partnership is? I'm going to tell you this. A dysfunctional partnership is you go to work, you're treated like dung, and in being treated like dung, what ends up happening is you get sick, it's toxic, you don't feel good, you call in sick, your employer gets mad at you because you're calling in sick, and all you're doing is fighting and you're not talking through it. You're not working through it. So you're both at odds with each other because one, your employer wants to use you and you want to use your employer, and nobody respects each other and nobody sees the value in both of you as a partner. And you, to both of you, the company sees you as a throwaway and you see the company as a throwaway. How is that relationship really going to work and prosper each other? It doesn't. It doesn't. Is a mindset we've got to start changing around the value, the worth of each other. When we do that, we have things just change. I'm going to tell you, a true narcissist really does not see value or worth in themselves. Because if they saw value and worth in themselves, they wouldn't act that way. The reason they're acting that way is because they're seriously wounded. So on that note, I'll see you next time. Bye for now. I know I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. On that note, if you want to hear more on that, I'll tell you next time. And we'll talk about my Dark Personalities book. Bye for now.